Hey guys, welcome to another Jafo Paints video. This is part 2 of the Viper Tatzylwurm series. This time we're going to be working on the red models. This will be done pretty much the same way as the blue guys, but in the meantime we're gonna just paint them red. So we'll quick go through the pots of paint. As you can see, I've got them all primed up as standard with my Mechanicus standard gray. So if you remember our previous video, like here's the paints that are pretty much the same from the previous one. We got some Agrax Earthshade, some Abaddon Black, Xandri Dust, and Ushabti Bone. And actually, I think I'm going to give them, if I can find the right paint. Give me a second here, guys. Can't find paints in my pack. I think I'm going to give them a tongue of Screamer Pink, and that'll just kind of offset the red just a little bit. But then the main stars of our show here is we're going to use a Mephiston red base. We're then going to do an all-over shade of Carroburg Crimson. We're going to do two different techniques using Evil Sun Scarlet, and I'll go over that when we get there. And then once the model is all done, just in case people are not able to pay attention and notice that the red guys are red and the blue guys are blue, we'll put some corn red on the base to give it a red base. Got myself a couple of, again, my little portable paint palettes, essentially. So we're going to start with our all-over shade, or all-over paint job of Mephiston Red. Still working from the house studio. You guys can hear all of the cars in the background. It does make it really hard as hell to film a YouTube video when you're trying to stay warm. Or stay cool, I should say, not warm. Surprisingly, in Wisconsin, it's actually like got above 50 degrees today. So I'm gonna just take a drop or two extra of our flow improver and put that in there. My studio in the house is actually set up more for air painting than it is for brush painting, and it is a little bit different when you air paint over brush painting. When it comes to air painting, you want a very thin paint to spray through your airbrush. So these guys, just the same as before, gonna just give them an all-over brush of Mephiston Red. I'm just gonna paint them all red, and I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. I'll be right back. There we go. Now that we've given that ample time to dry, we've got our first coat of red on our Viper Tatzylwurms. So the next step that we're going to do an all-over shade of Carroburg Crimson. This is a nice deep red shade. It will bring out all of the all of the texture, all of the features, everything that you see on that Tatzylwurm. It'll make it look nicer. Again, we're going to use our medium base brush, as I don't have a shade brush with me here today. So, and all you're going to do is just going to literally do an all-over shade. And as you can see on the video already, as you put it on, it starts to bring out all of the nooks and crannies and all of the texture that is this model and make it look a lot better. So I'm going to do all of that. Once I'm all done, I'll be back and show you what it looks like. There we go. With our Carroburg Crimson applied, we've got a real depth of character on this model. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do Evil Sun Scarlet. And we're going to do this in two forms. We're going to do a dry brush and a standard layering of it. So I'm going to apply some of this to my palette. So for the dry brushing, what we want to do, get a little bit on your brush, as you've seen before, and we want to hit the scales so that it leaves that dark in there, but it also brightens up the scales a lot. We're looking to make this a nice bright red, snake as it is. As for the layering side, we want to get all the soft fleshy bits that's on here, like here, and we want to just paint all of that and brighten it up, leaving the dark in the recesses. So I'm going to go ahead and do all three of these guys, and I'll show you what this looks like in a minute. Alright, there we go. That's made the Viper quite a bit brighter. Also went ahead and used our corn red and cleaned up the base right away so that the base is all ready to go, which just means we've got a few details left. We got to do the teeth, the eyes, and the tongue. As always, a combination of Xandri Dust, Ushabti Bone, and Agrax Earthshade will do the teeth. A Bat in Black to make those buggy eyes that he's got, and a Screamer Pink for his tongue. So I'm going to do all of that, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And there we go. We now have our red player Tatzylwurms painted up, our Viper Tatzylwurms of the red colored. As you can see kind of behind them, the blue guys are there as well. So that has been another Jafo Paints video. I hope you guys like what you've seen. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. I release videos every week on painting. If you want to see how I did the blue guys, check out that video in the link down below. And if you're still not motivated enough to paint, follow the link down below. Contact me at Warhammer Panda Painting on Facebook.com, and I can do some work for you and get some painting done for you. Thanks for checking out this video. See you later.